everybody. Welcome to another episode of Unqualified Experts. Today we have yet another guest. Oh, Jesus. I'm dropping things already. This is Natalie Cuomo.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And you might know Natalie Cuomo, I can say words good, with Help with Natalie, right? That's the name of your podcast, which I've also been on. Check it out. It is awesome that you guys cover like a lot of cool topics.
Yeah, it's been great. You actually have the most popular episode.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think it's because of Lil Sasquatch.
No, it's because of you.
You're so sweet. I read there were some comments that one girl was mentioning, and she was like, she's a pick-me girl. And I was like, what the hell is that?
What is that?
I don't know. People are weird.
They are weird. They really are.
People are super wild. I was like, all right, sure. And you're also doing a new podcast with Justin Silver? Mm-hmm. What's that one called?
It's called Neurotica.
Neurotica. Okay, that's what I was like. I know something like that. And that's about...
It's mental illness. It's dirty talk, a little mental illness.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I talk about mental illness a lot as someone who like lives with anxiety horribly.
Me too.
And I love so much that people are talking about it now.
Yes.
Because like, I don't know for me, when I first started getting panic attacks, I didn't know what they were because no one really talked about it. I thought I was losing my mind.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was going crazy. And then when I like did research into it, I was like, oh, this is like an actual thing. You're going to be okay. It's going to be fine. So that's super cool. I love that you guys talk about that.
Yeah.
And dirty talk. We're going to have some dirty talk later.
Yes.
In the show. It's going to be it's really intense. People are wild on Reddit.
They're crazy.
They're freaking crazy.
They're crazy. I love Reddit. I do.
Reddit's amazing.
I have a love-hate relationship, I guess.
Well, people can be really nasty, but I think that's just like the internet.
Yeah.
People can be really...
Reddit, I think, is the harshest place.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But I think they mentioned Bob Kelly on Reddit once. Like, I think he was on Anthony's show, and he was like, I can't remember what the context was. I just know Bob Kelly was like, oh, I'm talked about on Reddit, and everybody was like, yeah, don't read it.
I know I'm having like a good mental health week when I'm like, haven't been on Reddit in 5 days.
Woohoo!
Like, yay!
So exciting. So this is the first. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of these stories, and we are going to try to give these people advice because these people clearly need a lot of help.
Yes.
So this first one, I usually don't like to read these until we're live, so I don't think about it. I can just give like in the moment. But I did read this first one. So this woman says, I'm not having a good morning. My baby daddy is a 27-year-old male, came by with my daughter, and he took my phone and interrogated me, she's a 28-year-old female, like we were still together. And of course, right as he's interrogating me, a guy I'm seeing calls to make sure I got home safe. Then my baby daddy literally lied to him that we still fuck and blocked his number. I'm tired of my baby daddy. I want to date and move on, but whenever he suspects that's what I'm doing, he lies and says he's still in love with me and then does all this extra crap. It's very extra. My baby daddy is bitter and ruins all chances I have with other guys. What do I do?
Damn.
Right?
Well, I mean, we definitely need to set some boundaries with baby daddy.
Yes.
Like, how he just takes your phone?
Yeah, and interrogates you and talks to people you're dating? Who does he think he is?
I think we're going to start by putting a passcode on.
Smart.
That he doesn't know.
Yep.
I mean, this is crazy. This is like, you can't just, we have to be able to set some boundaries here. And if he's violent in a way where you can't set boundaries, then that's crazy.
Then you need to get a restraining order.
Yeah.
This guy's like psycho level.
What's your thought here?
I think you're absolutely right. I think you need to have a passcode. You need to set some boundaries. You need to be like, look, I don't care if you're still in love with me. I'm not in love with you. I am seeing other people.
Right.
You either need to be okay with that, or I'm going to go, like, she could easily, and I don't know the situation, and I don't want to fuck over the dad or anything, because, like, I hate when moms do that when, like, they separate.
Yeah.
But she is the mom, and they usually have the most rights. So, like, if stuff gets really scary, she can go to the courts and be like, look, I don't want him to see our daughter until he gets his shit together.
Yes.
Like, she could do that.
Yeah.
And if he gets, like, violent or weird, I think he should. She should.
I feel like, now this is, like, a little victim blamey, but I'm going to go for it.
Go for it.
Why not? I feel like maybe she is participating in the drama a little bit.
Okay.
And you have to make the active decision that you don't want, like, maybe, I don't know, it sounds like she's hooking up with the baby daddy a little bit, or there's some sort of romantic tension or something, because I feel like if I'm really done with someone, I don't tolerate that type of behavior.
Okay. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Like, I hate, like you said, victim blaming or whatever. There are certain instances like where it's not okay, but there are certain times where you have to look at the other person's behavior.
Right.
That's true. And you're absolutely right. Like, if you're allowing it to happen, then it's going to keep happening.
Right.
So, like, you have to, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of people like to complain about their situations, and then it's like, well, like, you could have had a passcode on your phone. You didn't have to, you're not dating this guy. Like,
yeah.
You just have a child with him. Like, I'm dating someone that has a kid, right? Mm-hmm. There's no situation ever when one of them drops off their son where their phones are exchanged.
Right?
Ever.
That's super weird.
So this is obviously, like, a more intimate relationship that, like, you need to set boundaries up around.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And it's super weird that, like, I'm assuming that your boyfriend's son's mother doesn't, like, say weird shit to you.
Yeah, of course not.
Right? Because it's done. Like, they're, like, co-parenting now.
Yeah.
You have to get to that healthy co-parenting place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a 28-year-old man is kind of the equivalent, mature-wise, of...
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why women typically date older guys.
The last time I dated a 28-year-old man, I was 17.
Okay, that makes sense.
What about you?
Nick he's not that much older than me. I just got really lucky with, like, a very mature guy.
Yeah.
Which is super rare. I dated, but when I was 16, I was dating a guy who was, like, 23.
Okay.
Which was... probably not the best. I was 16, yeah. I, like, look back on it now and I'm like, that guy's kind of creepy. I was so young.
But he was hot. He was a bad boy, I guess.
He is a musician.
Yeah.
You know, we do that. Girls do that. We can't help ourselves.
We
I don't know why. But Nick is only, like, 3 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Healthy.
But yeah, when I met him, he, like, really had his shit together. He had a car. He had a great credit score. He had, like, his own place. I was like, what is this? I think he was, like, 20. I think he was 28 when we met.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a catch.
Right? Good guy. He, like, helped me get my credit score under control. I was like, what is... Like, my credit score is horrible. It was, like, 500 and something. And now it's, like, 800.
You're like, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah, what a nice guy.
Awesome.
He's a good guy. And Lewis is...
He's 39.
39. Okay,
Yeah.
wow. He looks young for 39.
Yeah.
I feel like people with melanin always look younger.
Yep. He also he goes to the steam room a lot.
Smart.
I feel like that's good for you too.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that. Moving on. This is issue number 2. I, a male 19, hooked up with a person who's a female 19. All right, so they're both 19, who also hooks up. Wait, hold on. I gotta unpack this for a second. So this is a guy who's 19 who hooks up with a girl who's 19. That girl also hooks up with his sister. Okay.
No.
I, male 19.
I'm gonna take a pass. That's crazy.
Crazy. I, male 19, hook up with a person, female 19, who also hooks up with my sister, and I don't know what to do. Apparently, people find this really weird, and to be honest, I do a little too, but I have very, very strong feelings for this person, and I can't just force my sister and her to stop having sex. No, you can't. I met this person through my sister originally and grew really close to them, but we mostly keep everything from my sister because we're so scared she'll be made uncomfortable by it and judge us for it. What the fuck? My friend will go on and off deciding if they want to be physically intimate with me or not just because my sister makes them feel so guilty. And isn't just a casual hookup to me where it's no big deal if I lose it. I actually want to date this person in the future. However, I have this feeling that if it did happen, my sister would be absolutely pissed and not support it at all. I just really need some advice right now. I have absolutely no idea what the fuck to do in a situation like this. My head's spinning. Oh my God.
Is that incest?
It feels like it, right?
Like 1 degree away from incest?
It kind of feels like it. Like, why are you fucking your sister's girlfriend? Or fuck buddy, whatever it is.
This is disgusting. Just disgusting.
I think you need to realize that this is a fucked up situation, dude, and move on. You can't be with this girl. It's not going to work.
I think we need to think about how the parents wounded them. I mean...
They need therapy.
This is disgusting.
It's super weird.
It needs to stop. And the fact that sister doesn't know about it, it's so horrifying.
Yeah. I'm trying to, like, reverse the situation. So like I have a sister. We've never fucked the same guy like behind, at least as far as I know, behind each other's back. That'd be so weird.
Yeah.
Like if there was a guy who was fucking her and then I was fucking him.
Are there people that like sisters that have both fucked the same guy?
That's definitely a thing. I feel like it has to be.
That's happened, but not at the same time.
Not at the same time usually, and not behind the other one's back.
Right.
If you do, that's like the end of the relationship. That's when you're like, oh, what the fuck?
And it's weird for the guy to get off on like. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think he needs to just stay away from her. I think it's not going to work. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I don't think this is not the one. You're not going to marry this person. This is terrible.
Yeah, you're 19. I love this. That's my stepmom. I was talking to my stepmom, and I feel like she's never going to watch this. Hopefully my little brother won't. Apparently my stepmom's not a big fan of my little brother's girlfriend. She told me on the phone, she's like, I don't really like her that much. And I just was like, you know what? It's fine because he's 19.
Right.
He's just going to his first year of college. He's so young. I was like, they're not going to stay together.
Yeah.
They're gonna break up.
Right.
Like very rarely do
you date brother, if he watches this, is gonna be like, what the heck?
I know. I'm sorry, little bro, but that's what happens usually. Like so rarely do you like that kind of happens where it's like high school sweethearts, but not often.
Yeah, 19. You maybe think that you're gonna.
You think you are,
but you have to learn a lot with that person. Why doesn't your stepmom like her?
Apparently, my stepmom. Because my little brother is in LA with my dad, and that's where he was going to school and finishing school, and he's still living out there. And my stepmom went out when he graduated high school this year.
Okay.
And she hadn't seen him in a while, and they were there for the graduation party. And look, my stepmom, I gotta tell her, like, my little brother also did this, and he's 19. This is kind of what kids do. But apparently, she was there seeing him, and his girlfriend went into his room and started fucking him while they were there. And my stepmom was like, that's super rude. Which it is. You can't do that shit, like, during a party when everybody's there and, like, the parents are there.
How did she... So is that not subtle that, like, they started... Yeah. Like, how did they know?
It was, like, pretty bad. I think she, like, they went off and disappeared. And my stepmom went to the room and heard them, like, through the door.
Does your brother know about this?
Yeah. My stepmom told him. She was like, look, I don't really... I think she told him that she doesn't like his girlfriend either, I'm pretty sure.
Is that the one thing that she doesn't like?
Yeah. That was, I think, her first time meeting her.
I mean, that's not has nothing to do with her personality. I do think that, like, I mean, it's kind of just like an immature thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're 19-year-old, 18. I think his girlfriend's 18 or 17 and he's 19. So
and it could have been your brother who wanted to have, like...
Well, that's the thing. He's a 19-year-old boy. Like, he's just as much to blame in the situation as she is. So, like...
it's not really fair.
No.
But I do think it's... I could never imagine, like, going off and having sex with my boyfriend at a family party.
No.
Ever.
No, that's not cool. It's especially when there's, like, their parents are there. It's weird.
Yeah, it's not good.
I haven't met her yet. She's coming. My brother's bringing her here for the holidays. So I'm going to meet her for the first time.
That's exciting.
Her name is Isis.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently that's like, she's Filipino, and my dad told me that. I was like, wow, like they named her that before. No, but I was like, man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I mean,
that sucks for her now.
Would you change your name?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's kind of a nice name.
I think that I would probably go by a nickname.
Right? Maybe your middle name.
But maybe it would be a form of attention that I would like.
That's a good point. Like, capitalize on that, especially if you're in the industry.
Comic.
Yeah.
But then it's like a white girl named Isis. That's like a little too much.
Yeah, this girl's Filipino, so I think I think it's a Filipino name.
Right.
And she just got, it just sucks for her. Yeah. So yeah, dude, don't be with this girl. Don't do it. It's not gonna work.
So maybe fuck her once in front of your parents and then go.
Perfect. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. My boyfriend, 27-year-old male, and I'm a 24-year-old female, live together. His parents are currently staying with us for a few weeks for the Christmas holidays.
Okay.
This morning, while he was at work, I was spending time with his parents when I noticed his dad was swiping on Tinder. I couldn't believe it, so I was staring intently, trying to confirm what I saw. I didn't say anything, and I pretended I didn't see it, nor did my boyfriend's mom see his phone. Later, I take them to breakfast where his mom is showing me something on her phone, which happened to be in her messages to his dad. She sent him a message earlier saying, C is looking very concerned at your phone. There was more to the message, but that's all I saw, which means she noticed I had seen something. Now, my concern is, what if they have an arrangement or are swingers or something and they wouldn't want their son to know about it? Totally possible. Because to me, it seems like she might know about the Tinder, but I can't confirm that without saying something. On the other hand, his dad could be cheating on his mom. I'm not sure if I should say something or not, especially because if he confronts them, they're still with us for another couple of weeks. Also, this is the first time I've met them, and we've all been getting along really well. What should I do? I kind of think in this situation, you mind your own business.
I wouldn't really be capable of not saying anything to my boyfriend. It depends. Like, it's just like, I wouldn't be capable
of like keeping something like that
from my boyfriend.
I guess that's true when you're like really close with a person, like which you should be.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, if I saw Lewis's sister swiping on Tinder, there would be no way that I couldn't have been like, Lewis, I saw like her swiping on Tinder. Is that like normal?
I feel
like in a casual way,
right? I feel like I understand her concerns. This is the only reason I wouldn't say anything. If the parents are in an open swinging relationship and they don't want him to know about it, I would feel bad being the one being like, hey, I'm blowing this shit wide open.
But then why was the dad should have been more responsible? Like, don't have your phone
out.
Like,
that's a good point.
If like it's that secretive, then like don't have your phone out when everyone's having breakfast or whatever. Or whatever they were doing.
Like, why are you swiping on Tinder? It seems like they are in like an open relationship type thing, because if he's doing it right in front of the wife.
I'm surprised that the wife noticed that she was looking concerned at his phone.
Yeah.
Because usually when I snoop at people's phones, no one can tell.
Yeah, so you're really good at it.
Or so I tell myself.
Okay, so that's, yeah. I feel like this is one of those things where if she really wants to, she could take the dad aside and ask him. And just be like, hey, or
the
take
dad?
him. Yeah, no. Well, no, maybe the mom. And maybe be like, hey, are you guys in an open thing?
Why is she snooping at everyone's phone? I mean, this bitch is like, and like to the point where, is this real? I mean, I can't imagine like a mother being like, I saw her texting the dad, I saw her looking at your phone. These must be young parents.
That's true.
My mom would never notice if someone was looking at someone's phone.
Let's see, she's 24, or he's 27. My parents had me when my mom was like 18. So let's say it's 20. Yeah, they're super young. So maybe they do have young parents and they're like in their 40s.
Okay,
it's possible.
My mom is like 60 something.
Okay.
So she definitely would not be like, you're looking concerned at your phone.
What are you talking about?
I feel like couldn't you say something to your boyfriend without ruining the trip?
Maybe.
Like, aren't we all adults here?
Hopefully, right? As a 27-year-old guy, but like you said, they're, maybe he doesn't have a handle on his emotions. But you would like to think that you'd be able to talk to your boyfriend about anything, right?
Right? Yeah.
They could be like, hey.
I mean, I guess if you really don't care, you could be like, I just won't say anything. I guess we'll continue. I mean, if things are real, I guess if it's the first time you meet the parents, things are going well, you could just be like, whatever.
You could, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't met parents in a while.
Neither have I.
Right?
Yeah, Nick doesn't talk to his parents. He completely cut them. They're horrible people. He completely cut them out of their lives. So which is kind of great for me. I don't have to deal with any in-laws. It's really nice. It's really great. So yeah, you haven't had to meet Lewis's parents?
They're not with us.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he has a big family, but I haven't met parents.
Okay. Yeah. You forget that you have to impress them or try to.
Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe after we left, I would say something. Keep it in for the vacation.
And then say something after?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would maybe talk to the mom and be like, hey, did you know about that? I don't want to say anything. That could blow shit up, though.
Moms are scary. Moms are very much like, that's my baby boy and you're taking him.
Yeah, you gotta hope they really like you.
Moms are always the hardest. Dads are like, oh yeah, he's fucking you. That's cool.
Yeah, dads are easy.
Dads are like, yeah, my son gets to fuck that.
Wish I could. You're like, okay.
And you're like, maybe. If you'll like me and put in a good word with mom.
I won't say anything. I won't tell anyone.
I won't tell anyone.
Wow. Okay, this one's horrible. Just reading like the very first line. No. Okay. My girlfriend tells me I am ugly. She keeps making comments about my appearance, like saying she deserves an award for having to see my face every day, saying that I'm lucky my parents didn't reject me after seeing my face for the first time, that if she had my appearance, she wouldn't even dare to go out in public, etc. I don't think she has bad intentions and she's just joking. That's just her understanding of humor, but it really makes me feel insecure. I told her this, and she responds by saying I was overreacting. How can I communicate this with her, or should I just leave it be?
Well, that is gaslighting.
Yeah, 100%. I kind of think you just need to break up with her.
I don't think there's any reason to be with someone that's insulting you.
No, it's fucked up.
That's crazy. Just outright saying mean things.
Yeah, because it's not like a joke about a thing. Like a specific, I don't know. I feel like jokes are different. Yeah. I feel like jokes are funny and they have punchlines.
Yeah, and also just saying like you're ugly, like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not a joke.
If a guy told me I was ugly,
right? Some guy you were dating was like, yeah, you're ugly. Be like, what?
I would be like, I mean, that's so fucked up. Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, I think you need to break up with her.
Yeah.
I think that's it. And also, like, I want to know what this guy looks like now.
I'm dying to know because I feel like they're both probably hideous.
Probably.
I feel like they're both ugly.
That's my favorite thing is watching guys online talk about girls. And you just like know, or like, yeah. Hideous. And you can also look at pictures of them sometimes and you're like, oh, you're not an attractive person. You are one to talk, you fucking idiot.
I know. I feel like I get so many trolls and like a lot of the times you can't see what they look like.
Yeah.
But when you can, you're like, oh.
You're just like some big fat dude sitting there telling some girl
or like a child. Like it's just these are the people that are ruining my day. Like that's crazy.
I know. I try so hard. I feel like if you're on the internet, it's hard not to have trolls. I try so hard. It's not too bad. I've only had to mute like 3 people, I think.
Really?
Yeah. So I just do that. I just mute them because then they're like talking to no one.
I feel like I obviously don't know, but I feel like do you get many negative comments? I feel like people are pretty positive about.
Most people are nice, and I feel like, I don't know why, but I appreciate it. Most people seem to like me, but I totally do get negative comments. Yeah, absolutely. Like, there are some people that fucking hate me on Chip.
Really?
Oh, yeah. There are people that like me, but there are definitely people that are just like, oh, I fucking hate this person.
Wow.
Yeah.
These people, I mean, people are fucking, they're so mean.
Yeah, people are, and it's funny, too, because it's interesting, and you know, you put yourself out there, so you kind of have to expect it.
Yeah.
And mostly I just don't read comments at all anymore because I'm just happier that way.
Yeah.
Like, why feel shitty about someone else's opinion, which like really doesn't affect me in any way.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
But people don't like tweet at you and stuff.
A couple, but like I said, it's the 3 people that I had to mute. Most people are respectful enough just to keep it in the comments.
That's my thing. If you're gonna comment on, when people are like tweeting at me and I'm getting like fucking notifications.
Do people tweet at you a lot?
I'm like in a couple day thing right now.
Okay, I saw something about that on Twitter today.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was scrolling through Twitter and I was like, what is this? But there are people defending you like a lot. That's good.
Not really. Who's defending me?
I don't know. I saw one guy on there being like.
I saw one guy.
I saw a guy on there being like, shut up. What she said was funny.
I don't know why.
But I also didn't like look into it very much. I just saw a little bit.
It's literally nothing. It's like nothing. I literally didn't say anything. I said nothing.
And people are.
And then it's like I feel like what happens is someone arbitrarily decides like, oh, we're mad. And then every single like in hot water fan is.
Oh, in hot water. Okay.
Yeah.
They're a what's the word I'm looking for? A passionate bunch about the show, I feel like.
No, but I love Gino, I love Aaron, and they're like, we love you. I mean, it's great. What happened was I made one comment about another guest on the show.
Okay.
I called him a thing.
Okay.
Which is probably the least offensive thing that was ever said on that show.
Yeah, I feel like that's not too bad, especially when you're in like a comedian sort of world.
I'm a comic.
Yeah.
But I was just joking.
Yeah.
And Gino laughed, Aaron laughed, the guy laughed. But no, people are pretty mad at me.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of find that surprising.
I was surprised as well. I was. I continue to be surprised.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're in this kind of, like, I really, especially on shows, like, really never take anything personally.
Yeah.
Unless, like, I mean, Rich Voss has, like, really gone in on me. But I kind of like it because it makes me feel like I'm cool. I'm like, oh, he likes me enough that he can, like, make fun of me.
Like
I'm
a
like,
vibe.
yeah, like that. It honestly, I was like, oh, it's like, I kind of like it. And he said, like, some true, and, like, I take shots at Rich Voss too, but I don't know. I still like him. I'm not like, oh my God, I hate Rich Voss. Same thing with, like, on Real Ass Podcast. I think one time Lewis made a joke. He's like, "What are you, retarded?" He said to me, and, like...
No, but that's, like, yeah, that's their humor.
So minor, right? Like, I never... And I feel like that's in the same vein.
Everyone makes fun of each other. This is what these podcasts are. We're all making fun of each other. It's, like, it's all comedy. Like, we all are, like, supporting each other. We're all friends. So it's, like, this weird, like, arbitrary decision to be mad at one line is... especially when... Like, I'm friends with these people. Gino even tweeted, she's like, I love Natalie. She's been with us for, like, years. It's very bizarre.
Interesting. And so, like, a bunch of people are tweeting at you that they're mad about it? Wow. Huh, okay. That's a weird hill to die on, but sure.
Wow. Yeah. But it was, I guess, a learning experience. I probably shouldn't have responded to any of the tweets, but I did at first, and then I stopped.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, I don't respond to anything. Like, if they're mean or whatever, I just let them, and especially people who are coming at me, like, there's one guy who's really just like, I don't like her, she's not good on the show. It's like, that's your opinion. I'm not going to try to change your mind.
Right.
Like, there's nothing I can do. I just feel the way you feel. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So
I just mute them, and they can tweet at whoever, and I just won't see it. I don't block anyone either. I'm not like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But
blocking people sometimes.
Sometimes, if they're really nasty and it's getting to a point where it's like harassing.
Sometimes if someone comments something on Instagram that I don't like, I block them right away. I'm just like, no.
That's fair. That's your Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like your page.
Yeah. It just, this thing yesterday is weird because, like, people have, like, there are, like, whole Reddit threads that are, like, shitty about me or something like that, but they're just, like, picking on me or something.
Right.
It's never been about, like, a particular thing that I said or did.
And this is, like, one instance.
And so it's, like, bizarre because I'm a pretty non-offensive person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not an offensive comic.
You're always very, very nice.
So it's just, like...
on everything.
I guess, and especially on a show where, like, they're edgy and they, like, push buttons.
Yeah.
It's weird. I wouldn't expect to have gotten them so upset. But you know what? What can you do?
I know. It's really hard to let this kind of stuff go. I definitely spent...
What can you do?
It takes time. Like, I definitely spent time, like, fixating a little bit on negative stuff, and I would feel really down about it, and I was really upset. And then I just realized that, like, no matter who you are, you're going to get that. Like, it's unfortunate, but, like, you could be the nicest person in the world, and there are going to be people out there that just don't like you.
Right.
And are going to be pissed about something. Like, there are people out there that hate Tom Hanks. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Also, like, these people were not my fans, and then they're just, like, continuing to not be my fans.
Right.
Like, it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, you're not losing anything.
Yeah, they're just, like, continuing to not like me. They didn't like me before, and it's like, I don't care what they think. It's just, like, annoying that every time I open Twitter, it's like, okay, Miss Pretty's not so pretty on the inside. I'm like,
oh my God,
like,
shut up.
All right, you know, it's funny, because the female fans are the ones enjoying this the most. They're the ones that are like, yes.
That's kind of usually how it goes.
You're a stupid bitch, and I finally get to say it.
Because they hate you because you're beautiful, and because you're,
like, all right.
Like, yeah.
All right, fat bitch. Like,
like, you could put yourself out there, too, if you wanted to, but you probably aren't strong enough for that, so go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah, it's weird. I mean, like, I really shouldn't be showing that it bothers me, but...
It's hard not to. I get it.
Yeah.
I do. There's absolutely things, like, it takes a lot of just, and like I said, totally different when it's Twitter. Because then you get the notification and you have to read it, and you're just like, oh, motherfucker, really?
I should delete the app for, like, a few days.
Twitter is the fucking worst. Like, that's why I tweet about food.
Yeah.
Like, because I love food, and I tweet about the dumbest shit. I never tweet about anything controversial where people, because I just don't give a shit. and I don't want to talk to you about it. I don't care what your opinion is. Don't tweet at me.
It's bizarre to me because I'm just like, I talk about like mental illness, comedy, sex. That's pretty much what I talk, and like my life. Yeah. That's pretty much like the extent of what I talk about.
Yeah. So, actually, same.
So it's just like weird to me, but whatever.
It'll probably blow over. There'll be someone else will do. It'll blow over probably pretty soon. It's like the 24-hour news cycle.
Yes,
where it's like, and then it's just done after like a few days. People will fixate on it, and then someone else will say something, and they'll be like, this person.
Right. Exactly.
I feel like that every time. I saw J.K. Rowling in the news again, and I was like,
oh, you did?
Yeah.
About what?
She apparently is attacking trans people again.
Again.
Yeah, again. And every time I see that, I'm like, they're gonna fixate on this for a bit, and then they're gonna move on to something else. So silly. People are silly. Weird things get worked up about.
Yeah, it's like a hobby for people.
I really think it is. Like, there's no reason for people to get so mad about something that really doesn't affect them, but they can't help it.
It's fun. It's just so fun for them.
Fun, yeah.
They're just having the best time.
They're like, how can I get this person today?
It's just so satisfying for them. It's like popping bubble wrap. It's like, feels good for them.
Feels good.
So I don't want to give them the satisfaction of like thinking that it affects me. So I don't want it to affect me.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
I totally believe. No, but you know what? Yeah, and I feel like I say that, but I haven't had like a bad tweeting where I feel like if that happened to me, I'd be like, oh my God. Crying in the bathroom. Nick's like, you're fine. You're fine. I'm like,
Lewis is like, this happens to me every day, Natalie. This is not a big deal. And I'm like, true.
Lewis has a great outlook on that. He's like,
he's like the best person. He's like, someone just like tried to attack my sponsor. Is like,
I saw that.
Yeah.
I actually did follow that because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So it's like, he's so good at advice when it comes to stuff like that.
See, that's nice. Yeah. Because he's been through it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. I'm 19 and guys have never shown interest in me until this school year. All of a sudden, so many guys have started to talk to me and I get excited every time they compliment me because this has never happened to me before. I've never hugged, held hands, kissed, etc. I really want to do things for my experience because I feel so left behind by my friends. Makes sense? They've had many boyfriends and have had sex already, and I have barely even talked to a guy in a romantic way. Aw. Last week, one of my new guy friends from school hit me up and asked me if I wanted to hang out just for fun. And it's obvious he was hinting at being intimate. He is the first guy who has ever straight up flirted with me, so obviously I will be excited about it. Plus, I think he's super cute. My friends think I should wait till I'm with a boy I actually like and who likes me back to do things or else I will regret it. But I'm so tired of waiting for the right guy / moment. They say I should keep my innocence because it's something I will never get back. Also, I am really shy, so they think that if I'm put in a situation like that, I will have a hard time saying no. Should I listen to my friends or just get things over with? I'm definitely not ready to have sex. That is something I want to save, but would regret it in the future if I make out and give oral to a boy who doesn't care about me.
I mean, I feel like get coffee with the guy. Like, it's not 0 or 100.
Yeah, right?
Like, you know, go to a place where you have something to do afterwards, a public place, people around, just talk. Like, you're not going to like someone before you get to know them.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like, he's not going to care about you before you've hung out.
Exactly. Ease into it.
And if he does, doesn't care about you, he cares about the idea of you.
Exactly.
So it's like...
And also that whole thing of like waiting for someone who cares about you. You can, and if that's what, I feel like this is so much down to personal preference.
No one's going to care about you.
That's it. Like, people will act like they care about you until they get what they want from you. So that can also happen. Like, where you think you care about this person, they care about you, but they don't. So I feel like either way, you kind of run that risk.
Yeah.
You just have to do what you're comfortable with. Like, if this is something you really want to do, and you think, like, you're excited about it, this is fun, it's a personal thing, then I'd say go for it. Just be safe.
Yeah, I feel like if you think he's cute, which you said, and he asked you out, okay, do what the kids are doing.
Yeah. Be cool.
Go for a walk. Study. Go to the library.
You can do those things too. I don't know. I feel like that's not...
I feel like 19's not that old for it to be like your first time.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not it's older than other people, but 19's not crazy.
It's not like you're like 25.
Yeah.
And you're like, I've never, but the fact that she's never like kissed or held hands, that's a little interesting at 19. But I still think that you should explore those things and have fun with it. And if it's someone you think is cute and you have some chemistry with, if you're going to kiss and give him a blowjob and you want to do it, do it. I don't know.
Sounds like, I'm such a firm believer in like, it doesn't matter how attractive you are, like you can get laid regardless of how attractive you are. It's just about how badly you want it.
Yep.
So I just wonder, like, maybe this person isn't like
ready because they haven't done any of that stuff before. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like, because she never pursued it.
Right. Like, you have to actively, like, people that have sex, you could be 600 pounds and having sex every day and you just found someone that's like your type and is into you because they're out there. It's just because you're pursuing it.
That's a really good point, because that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Because I always say this, like, for anyone who feels insecure or whatever, there is someone out there who likes what you have.
Yeah.
And like what you have to offer.
Yeah.
There are people, even, you know, girls who are like, oh, I'm so big. There are guys who fucking love big girls.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah.
Go find you that guy.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So maybe she should take it slow, because she isn't, unless she feels ready now. But I think you're right. She can go have a date.
Yeah.
Go get coffee. Chill with the guy a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Seems like a lot. Seems like you're not ready to suck a dick.
So don't suck a dick yet.
I mean, there's nothing worse than having a dick in front of you that you don't want to suck and then just being like,
It's true, though, too, that she says if she's really shy and if she's put in a situation, she'll have a hard time saying no. That is something to think about, too, because then you end up doing something you don't want to do.
That's why it should be in a public space.
Yeah. Always a public space first. Always. Mm-hmm. I've been on a lot of really weird, bad dates on Tinder before Nick. Oh, my God.
How did you and Nick meet?
On Tinder.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
We met on Tinder in LA. And then, but I had gone on like 1,000 dates before that. And there are some real fucking weirdos. There are some nice people. I went on nice dates too with like legitimate nice people. But there were some people where you're just like, Jesus Christ, all right.
Why'd you guys move to New Jersey?
He's from Brooklyn originally, so he's from Sheepshead Bay, and then he went to Monmouth for school in college, and he fucking hated LA so much. And we talked about moving to the city. We were gonna move into New York like years before even the pandemic or anything happened. But it just cost so much to save. We're looking for jobs, all that kind of stuff. And then during the pandemic, the opportunity came up where, Jesus Christ, I took like every job that would pay me. I got cast in this one show that paid really well. It was a quick thing. It was like a very quick show on Twitch. It was like an Amazon thing. And so I saved that money to move over.
Damn.
Yeah, it was lucky. That was very lucky that it happened when it did.
That's awesome.
Ooh, this is bad. I just read the title and like already this is horrible.
Oh my God.
Okay. My childhood friends are getting married and I didn't get an invite. I was good friends with both the bride and the groom. High school and college, we were all good friends. We haven't talked in a year or so just because of work and life in general, but not even an invite. I guess they're right when they say you find out who your real friends are. So my question is, do I make the phone call to congratulate them even though clearly they don't care about me?
Wait, can you read it again?
So my childhood friends are getting married. I didn't get an invite. I was good friends with both the bride and the groom. So she's friends with both of them.
Oh.
High school and college, we were all good friends. And we haven't talked in a year or so just because of work and life in general, but not even an invite. Question is, do I make the call to congratulate them, even though they clearly don't care about me?
Yes. Maybe they're having a small wedding. You don't know what the situation is. It's COVID. Like,
That's
you
true.
don't know their financial state. Like, yes, be the bigger person. I understand being butthurt. I actually had a friend recently who was like, oh my gosh, everyone got invited to this wedding except for me. Like, I'm really annoyed about it and like my feelings are hurt. And then she realized like, okay, it was only like these few people got invited. It's a small wedding.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like you can't invite everyone to your wedding. Like, it's
expensive.
It hurts, but it's also like, it's really expensive. It's freaking COVID. People are struggling financially. You know, you haven't talked in a year. I don't know. Text them. Say congrats on your wedding. But You didn't even want to go. I bet you didn't even want to go.
Yeah, no one wants to go to weddings.
I bet you didn't even want to go.
Usually only girls want to go to weddings.
You just wanted the invite.
The save the date. Yeah, no, I completely
Don't invite
agree.
them to your wedding.
Yeah, there you go.
And say congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, say congratulations. That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
My best friend just got married, and I, of course, was invited to that wedding, but couldn't make it, and she was so understanding.
Really?
She was so just like, yeah, I didn't think you were going to be able to make it. It's like flying all the way back to Hawaii. Like, it's a far flight. It's expensive. I'd have to take time off of doing whatever I was working at the time to, like, make money. So it's like, it's not an easy thing. And she was so just like, I didn't think you were going to make it. And I'm like, really sad that I couldn't, but I couldn't. Yeah. I'm like, that's fine. But yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Say congratulations, move on, and don't invite them to your wedding. I'm kind of petty. I'd do that.
Yeah, or invite them and get them a really nice present and make them feel bad.
Oh, yeah, send a gift. Make them feel horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have invited them.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Too bad. All right, so this one is, oh, Jesus. I slept with my high school teacher. No, this didn't happen while I was in high school. Okay, so it's not a matter if he slept with a child. Got it.
Okay. Phew.
Yeah. So he was my favorite teacher in school. I was a senior. It was his first year teaching, so we were already close in age. He was 25. I was 17, 18. Okay. He taught my favorite subject, and we were interested in the same books, Harry Potter and some others.
Wait, the teacher was 25?
Yeah. Imagine having a hot 25-year-old teacher.
That's weird.
Yeah, everybody'd want to fuck him.
How could it? Okay.
He played a big role in helping me graduate. When I was 21, I went to a bar with some college friends, bumped into him, and he was still just as dreamy. Oh. We caught up, casually flirted, and swapped numbers to stay in touch. He asked me on a date. We went on a few dates and slept together for a while. It didn't work out for distance reasons, but now, at 24, I am dating a classmate of mine who also took my teacher's class. It caught him off guard when I mentioned the teacher by first name, so I explained that we ended up dating shortly. He is now calling my ex names and saying he was a predator. I don't think he is, because we were mutually consenting adults and way over 18. Now I feel guilty. Did I enable a predator? No. You were 21 and out of high school.
No, the boyfriend's being jealous.
Yeah, he's being a fucking jealous psycho.
But also, like, can't you date people that you meet in other places? Like, what's going on here?
What do you mean that she's, dating just school people? Stop dating classmates. Get your shit together, lady.
Are you going to date the principal next?
If he's hot, maybe, in like a dad kind of way.
Right?
Yeah, to me, there's nothing. You're right. He's absolutely being jealous. Because if he's 25 and you're 18, yeah, you can't sleep with students. I totally get that. Or a child.
Yeah, but once you graduate.
18, 19, 20, 21. So he was 28 and you were 21. Yeah, fine.
That's totally fine.
That's completely acceptable. This dude needs to shut the fuck up.
I agree.
He's being a baby.
He is being a baby.
Yeah. Wow, 25. I never had any hot teachers.
Mine were hot in, like, the ugly way.
Like, personality hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were, like, smart, hip, hot.
Yeah, smart really does play a big part in how, like, attractive you are.
For men. I feel like men aren't attracted to intelligent women.
Not as much. Some guys are, but I feel like not as much. I feel like for guys, it's so much more visual.
Yeah.
Usually. That's a broad generalization, but usually.
Sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I want to move out. Okay, I'm reading the top one. I currently live with my ex-boyfriend, and right now I pay our rent. It sounds weird that we live together, but we're still friends. Okay. Anyway, I want him to pay half the rent now, and he refuses to because I make more money than he does, and he doesn't think he can afford it. I do make more money, however, I feel like he shouldn't get a free ride because I make more. I suggested he get a second job, and he says he can't because he'd be too overwhelmed. I told him maybe we shouldn't live together, and then I'm going to move out and get my own place because I don't think it's fair that I pay all of our rent. He told me if I do, we're not going to be friends anymore, and he's just going to choose to be homeless rather than get another job or live with family. I really do value our friendship, but honestly, I think it's time we live apart, and I don't think it's fair that I pay all of our rent. Holy shit, you are getting taken advantage of, lady.
They're not even dating.
No. Yeah, move the fuck out. Don't pay all the rent. That's crazy.
He's not going to be homeless.
No, he's being dramatic. What a boob.
Yeah.
What an ass.
I feel bad for her.
I do too, kind of, but she's doing it to herself.
Stupid, yeah,
she's an idiot. Yeah.
He's pretty good at manipulating now, clearly.
Clearly.
He's getting a free place to live.
Living rent-free. Just getting your ex-girlfriend to pay for it because you're still friends.
Yeah. Who cares about being friends with your ex? Like, what?
Why would you want to be friends with your ex?
Yeah, like, oh, we're not going to be friends anymore. Okay, bye.
Yeah, great. And also, that's a hard thing to, like, if you're dating someone else, you start dating someone else.
Yeah.
Hey, I live with my ex, but we're still really close friends. Yeah, good luck with that. Like, that's not gonna...
I bet he broke up with her.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Seems bad. Seems really bad.
He's so stupid. I mean, she's so stupid. Wow. Yeah, move out and fuck him. But also don't fuck him.
Don't fuck him.
That's so terrible.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Never has it been like, oh, I make more money, so I'll pay rent.
No, that's not how that works.
It's always been like, oh, my room is bigger, so I'll pay more rent.
Yeah. If you have roommates and you get the bigger room. I lived with roommates fucking forever. But I rented with my best friend and a couple other friends, and they rented the 2 rooms upstairs, and I rented the entire downstairs. So I paid more.
Yeah.
Because I had the whole downstairs. Yeah. Like, that was the deal. But it was because they couldn't afford anymore. So I was like, all right, I can afford this much. I will pay for the downstairs area. You guys can rent the upstairs area. Yeah. So I just got more space.
It's crazy.
That's insane. Friend. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Am I terrible? Good question. Okay, I've been seeing this guy for about 7 or 8 months now. I'm a virgin, so This is written badly. People on Reddit don't know how to write sometimes.
No, they don't.
Okay. It says, okay, I've been seeing this guy for about 7 or 8 months now. I am a virgin, so we don't kind of been taking it slow. Okay, so we kind of been taking it slow and messing around a lot. I think that's what she's trying to say. Well, things lately have been heating up more, and he's gone down on me, and I feel like, for being fair, I should give him oral too, right? But I'm actually so terrified. I feel terrible because I want him to feel good and give him the same, but I don't know what I'm doing, and it really stresses me out. He's never pressured me to do anything, and I don't want to. He's never pressured me to do anything I don't want to, but he has told me that he would like to do that with me. Am I weird or selfish for just feeling weird about this? I feel like English is not this first person's language. That was a rough read. That was a really rough read.
This person's basically like, I've never sucked a dick, and I don't plan on ever doing it. Like, it's called Am I Terrible?
Yes, you suck. No, I mean, I feel like going at your own pace is great. It seems like your partner isn't pressuring you, which is also really nice.
But also get on your hands and knees, bitch, and suck that dick.
I think you need to figure your shit out.
Watch some YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Or tell them, be like, hey, I feel like they're anxious that I'm not going to do it right. Can you, like, guide me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking communication.
Yeah.
They say that about every
relationship.
relationship.
Tell me if this feels good.
Tell me if I'm using too much teeth.
Yeah, like, just be honest.
Yeah, no, you have to.
The first time you give head, it will probably be bad.
Yeah. But it's the first time. Yeah, you get better. Practice makes perfect. Same thing with kissing.
Yeah.
First kisses are horrible.
Terrible.
Oh my God.
The tongue might not even be in the mouth.
Yeah. It's just all bad. It's just all bad.
It's just a mess.
Yeah, that's how you get same thing with sex. You're never good the first time.
No, it lasts like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's bloody.
Dude, I swear to God, because I used to ride in rodeos when I was like a little girl. I swear to God, that took my hymen because the first time I like repressed some fucked up memories because like the first time I had sex, no blood. Nothing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Was the guy like, no.
Didn't even notice.
But you were like.
Yeah, I thought it was weird because we had sex on a towel.
Because of
that, yeah. Like I was expecting it, but.
Did he say anything?
No.
Huh.
No. Interesting. Super weird, right?
It could be rodeos.
That's what I was thinking. Like I could have just maybe not remember. Like I rode horses for years.
Yeah.
And yeah, rodeos. So it was like, I've heard that can happen. Or I've repressed some bad memories of when I was a kid.
That would be really intense if you completely repressed
Just completely blocked it out.
That would be crazy.
That would be really bad. And I'm like, have gone through therapy and a lot of shit. So like, I think at some point I would have remembered it.
Yeah.
Let's just hope. Let's hope it's just the rodeos. So this last segment that we like to do, I like to have, we did this once. And this is the second time we've done this.
Okay.
So we like to have the guests read a story on Reddit.
Okay.
Just want to warn you, they're very graphic.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Love it.
Because the last guest we had on read, and she was like, oh my God. And I also didn't know that it was going to be that kind of a story because Nick did the prep and it's my fault for not looking. But also he likes it when I don't know. So it's like a.
Yeah.
Wow. It was intense. So this is probably going to be intense.
Okay, great.
So this is a Reddit
And then what do we do after the story? We're just reading
Confession. We're just reading it. Okay. Yeah, just the confession.
A female, late night.
Ooh.
About 1 a.m., I got a text from a guy reading, Tracy, come over and party with us. We need a nice piece of ass like you.
Oh.
And gave the address. Me. I'm beat and in bed. Him. Get out of bed and get your ass here. There are 7 hard cocks waiting for your pussy.
Oh my God.
Me, after laughing. Who's there? Him. Gave me 3 names and said, I don't know the others, but we told them all about you. So stop texting and move your ass. Okay, everyone that's listening, stop jerking off. I paused, then slut that I am wrote, on my way. It was 5 streets over. I knocked and 2 guys I knew answered the door with beers in hand. They walked me into the kitchen where the other guys hooted at me. They gave me beer and started stripping me there, and then I got to my knees and started sucking the dicks surrounding me. Okay. One guy was pumping my face, and I heard the door open and close, and new voices came in.
Oh boy.
I totally should have known that they would have put out the word. After he came in my throat, 2 guys lifted me to my feet by my arms and marched me down into the basement. Is this okay?
This sounds kind of terrifying, right?
This is fantasy.
That's what I always think. But supposedly these are all people that are just sharing their slutty experiences. It doesn't seem real, does it? Like this is like a porn.
I think this is a fantasy.
This is a fantasy.
I think it's written by a man. Mats were on the floor, so I crawled onto them and went to my back. Instantly, hands were on my ankles, spreading my legs, and they got in a circle around me and started mounting me. Everyone was hooting and chanting stuff like, Tracy, Tracy, and fuck that bitch, fuck that bitch. Okay.
This is definitely a porno.
This is not real.
I've seen this porno.
For the next 3 hours or so, they fucked my brains out, and I sucked dick after dick. It was nonstop and pounding. A couple times I was being double penetrated.
Wow.
I love it when guys are okay being that close to each other sexually. Double penetration drives me out of my mind. I was riding one guy's dick while the other fucked me up the ass. That's horrifying. That's literally horrifying. I don't believe this. The mats were a mess from my throat mucus coming out, getting my mouth fucked, cum dripping out, and getting sprayed on my face. More guys came in. I think it was 13 all told.
They're going to need to power wash the basement.
There's so many STDs in this room.
So many STDs everywhere.
I had fucked 5 of them before, but the others were new. I was so dizzy I couldn't walk straight. They were laughing at me and got a beer and held it to my mouth and poured it down me. Then one lifted me and shook me like a rag doll. I really hope that this is a porno. Then they took me outside, saying that the cold air would bring me around. They paraded me up the street a couple blocks and back down. I was naked and staggering. They had to hold on to my arms. They told me to do a slut cheer, so there I was naked on the sidewalk, surrounded by guys and trying to jump like a cheerleader singing, I'm young, I'm dumb, fill me up with cum. Okay. Then one guy lifted me over his shoulder and I felt smacks to my ass as they carried me back inside. They hauled me to the basement and dropped me down on the mats. One guy grabbed my legs and flipped me over and mounted my ass. They were drinking again and cheering as he pulled my head back by my hair and pumped my ass harder and harder. Some guy said, let's cover that nasty slut's face, and a couple guys started jacking off on my face, saying stuff like, you look good in cum. When I walked home, I was getting texts all the way saying what a great piece of ass I was and how they will see me soon.
That sounds exhausting and terrifying.
I mean, you don't get pounded in the ass like that without shitting. You don't.
Right?
You don't.
Oh my God.
You
yeah, there's
don't.
no way.
Especially without preparation. I mean, there's no way, unless this bitch had gotten a colonic or taken laxative tea the day before or like not eaten at all, there's no way that you get fucked in the ass like this without shitting. There's no
you're
way.
Absolutely right. Like all those porn girls, when they do anal scenes, that's what they do. They like only eat certain foods. Yeah, you can't eat for like 24 hours or whatever. Like it's a whole thing.
Because this is like not real.
Yeah, this is straight up from a porn. Like absolutely.
I feel like a guy wrote this or a girl with a crazy ass fantasy.
I could see that. Because this really does sound like a fantasy, right?
This is not real.
Sorry, guys.
Who's marching a naked girl down the street, chanting, fill me with cum?
Making her do a cheer.
Whose fantasy is this?
I think you could be right. It could be a girl's fantasy. Or it could be a dude.
whatever girl would let someone do this to them had the most fucked up childhood that like could have ever existed.
Yeah, this is a rough one.
This is a girl that hates herself.
And I'm like, I'm like super like non-judgmental and open, like whatever you want to do sexually.
Sure, yes,
this is rough though.
I agree. I'm a masochist. I like crazy shit in the bedroom. I'm definitely open-minded when it comes to sex. But this is like borderline on like non-consensual.
Yeah.
Because
some girls do have rape fantasies, which to also is pretty wild.
This doesn't sound consensual in any like, I get that she went over there, but it doesn't seem like
halfway through things started to get a little
get foggy. Like she's getting passed around.
More guys come over. Yeah, I would hate this. Maybe, you know what? There has to be some girls out there who like really do like this kind of thing.
She has to be on drugs.
Yeah.
I hope.
Natalie's like,
I hope
please.
She's on drugs.
She's like, I got a really nice 8-ball out of this. You're like, okay.
I mean, I hope she got paid. I hope she got paid to write the story at least.
It's, you know what? When I get kind of suspicious of these, like you said, like when they're fake, is when the writing is too good. Where it's like you sound like a writer. You don't just sound like a person talking about your experiences.
The writing is good.
It's good, right?
Yeah, the writing is not bad because they really did. They painted a clear image.
Yes, they did.
They did, and I could clearly see everything that happened.
Yeah.
They did paint a clear image. I saw the mats. Why did they have mats? Who has mats? Did they have a jiu-jitsu studio? What was happening?
People who do this, apparently, they're like, we're ready.
Also, I've never heard of throat mucus being on the floor. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, you know what? Neither have I. Like, I've seen in porn where the throat mucus is, like, running down their chin, or there's, like, but never so much where it ends up all over the floor. That's a lot. I hope they had water for her.
And 13 guys?
That's a lot.
Do people really have gangbangs like that?
I've heard of people running train.
What's that?
So running train is when you have one girl and there's basically a line of guys that take turns fucking her. And the whole thing is you never want to be the last person in the train.
But
so you're the last guy to fuck her.
Is that consensual?
Usually. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. Nick has a friend who met his wife that way. The girl that they were running train on, he ended up having a kid with her. Yep. That's a Brooklyn thing for sure.
I just don't know why we live in this world. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot. I feel like it's, you know what it is? I feel like it's one of those things where you have to want to just be like used and feel like a piece of shit object. And if you don't, like that's fucking horrible.
That is a traumatizing.
Yeah.
And what are the chances that more than one of those guys are even mildly attractive?
That's what I always think about. It's the same thing in porn. Like, I always kind of feel bad for the girls because guy porn stars are really ugly. Like, that would be the part of the job that would be a bummer. But, like, if you love sex and, like, you're like, oh, I want to do this. I love this. This is great. You make a lot of money.
Right.
Cool. I feel like the downside is that you have to fuck these ugly dudes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, listen, I'm not trying to be judgmental if having 14 sons is your thing.
You have to really be into it.
But I don't think that that's real. I don't think that's a real story.
I actually kind of am with you. I feel like the writing is too good.
I think the writing's too good, and I just feel like I can't imagine a woman experiencing that and walking away so chill without even thinking, I'm a little winded. Walking back that night, she's not going to sleep there?
Yeah,
it's
right?
only a couple blocks away. You're going to walk back that night?
And no one's going to walk you home?
And they're all texting you. Now they all have your phone number miraculously.
That's also a good point.
There's a little hole in the plot. Oh, now they have your phone number. I didn't see you giving them your phone number. They don't give a shit about your number. Why would they want your number?
Yeah, that's true. They just had a great time with you. If the two dudes already know you, then they can call you back for another thing if you want to do it.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They don't want you for a one-on-one.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm kind of with you. I don't think this one's real.
Yeah.
I feel like some of them, because that subreddit is... They just go and they talk about because they're like, oh, I can't tell anyone else about this, so I do it anonymously, so I get to brag about my stuff. But I feel like some of them you read, you're like, okay, I get this one's real. And then other ones you read and you're like, no.
Oh, man. I feel like I should make an anonymous Reddit.
Do it. Make an anonymous Reddit. And then you can troll people.
No.
That are talking shit. Who would do that?
No.
Not us, no. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you
this
for
was
having
awesome.
me.
Yeah, of course. You're my second guest. I'm so excited.
Yay, I'm honored.
We're going to try to do a pilot to see if we can sell this to Compound, which I feel like would be a lot easier to get people on because it's not easy to be like, hey, drive out to New Jersey. Like,
I think Compound would love it.
I think that'd be fun. So like, we'll see. I talked to Eric about it. If we do that, that'd be cool because then it would be like a studio situation. It's easier to get people on, like that whole,
Oh, I can totally
awesome.
see this. Like, yeah, and they love you there.
They're nice there. I do like them.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. We'll see. Everybody comment, tweeter at them, yell at them.
Oh, yay.
So where can everybody find all the things that you do? Because I know it's a lot. You do stand-up, you do shows, your Instagram, social medias.
You can find me on Instagram at Natalie Cuomo _, Twitter and TikTok at Natalie Cuomo. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Natalie Cuomo. Listen to my podcast, Help with Natalie, or Neurotica, which is in Silver.
Nice. Is that on Gas Digital?
No, they are just
okay.
free floating, maybe soon on Gas.
Nice. All right.
We shall
see.
We shall see.
So that you can get wherever you get podcasts, right?
Yes.
Through Neurotica? Okay, cool. Awesome. And for anyone who's watching this episode, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a nice comment. Don't tweet any shitty things at people. Don't tweet shitty things at me. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.